Uh, Virgo, if you are seeing this on July 30th, stop. Do not scroll past this message. Do not tell yourself that this is just another video, another algorithmic suggestion, another random piece of content floating through your feed. Stop and feel what is happening in your body right now. Feel the sudden shift in your breath. Feel the goosebumps rising on your skin. Feel that strange electric knowing that just coursed through your spine like a current of pure recognition. This is not random, Virgo. This is not accidental. If your eyes have landed on these words on July 30th, the universe has just placed a sign directly in your path. And that sign reads, your prayer has been heard. Your prayer has been answered. And what you have been begging the cosmos to deliver is about to arrive in your physical reality with a speed and certainty that will leave you trembling. Before we go any further into what is coming, if you feel the truth of this already, if something inside you just whispered yes, if your heart started beating in a rhythm that feels like confirmation, then honor this moment. Support this channel by liking this transmission, subscribing, and leaving your energy in the comments below. These messages are coded. They find the exact souls who are meant to receive them at the exact moment the divine timing unlocks. Your engagement keeps this portal open, and there is more revelation coming for you very soon. Now, July 30th. Let me tell you why this date is a living, breathing signal in your life. You have been praying for something, not wishing, not hoping in a casual way, praying. The kind of praying that happens at 3 in the morning when the house is silent and your voice is raw from crying. The kind of praying that happens in your car, hands gripping the steering wheel so tight your knuckles turn white, speaking into the empty air because you have no one else to tell. The kind of praying that happens silently in the shower, in the grocery store line, in the middle of a conversation where you are smiling on the outside but screaming on the inside, please, 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 just let this one thing change. You have been sending that prayer up like a flare into the darkness, night after night, week after week, month after month, wondering if anyone was watching, if anyone was listening, if the universe had simply turned its back and left you to carry the weight alone. And Virgo, I am here to tell you with every ounce of my channeling ability, with every fiber of my spiritual knowing, that not only was your prayer heard, but it was stamped, processed, and assigned a delivery date. And that delivery date is now. It is here. It is knocking at the door of your reality. And July 30th is the confirmation slip that proves the package is in transit and will be in your hands imminently. I need you to understand the mechanics of what is happening, because your logical Virgo mind is going to try to dismiss this. Your mind is going to tell you that this is just a video, just words, just coincidence. But your soul knows better. Your soul recognizes the frequency of truth. And the truth is this: the universe does not deal in randomness when it comes to the deepest desires of a heart. The universe deals in precision. It deals in orchestration so complex that your human mind could not map it if you had 1,000 years. Every delay you experienced was not denial. Every silence was not abandonment. Every moment where you thought your prayer had been lost in the void was actually a moment of preparation, of alignment, of behind-the-scenes movement that you could not see, but that was absolutely necessary for the delivery to be perfect. You were not forgotten. You were being prepared. The thing you asked for was not withheld from you because you were unworthy. It was held back because you were not yet in the position to receive it. And now, Virgo, on this day, July 30th, You have crossed the threshold. You have entered the receiving zone. And the universe is about to hand you exactly what you have been pleading for. Let me tell you what I see in the energetic field around you right now, because what I see is extraordinary. I see a light that has been traveling towards you for a very long time. It started as a tiny spark in the distance the moment your prayer left your lips. And with every repetition, with every tear, with every moment of faith you managed to muster, even when the evidence suggested you were foolish for believing, that light grew brighter. It gathered momentum. It attracted helpers. It moved through dimensions, through obstacles, through the resistance of other people's free will, through the blockages of your own fear, and it has now reached the outer edges of your aura. You cannot see it yet with your physical eyes, but your body knows it is there. That is why you have been feeling different lately. That is why your sleep has been restless with anticipation rather than anxiety. That is why you have been seeing signs, feathers, numbers, repeated words, sudden memories, unexpected encounters that feel like winks from a universe that is finally paying attention. Those were not random. Those were progress reports. Those were the universe saying, I am on my way. Hold on. Do not give up. Do not lose faith. And now, on July 30th, the message has upgraded from I am on my way to I have arrived. What is arriving, Virgo? I know that is the question burning in your chest. What exactly is this prayer that is about to be answered? And the answer is both specific and vast. For some of you, it is a person, the one you thought you had lost forever, the one who walked away or whom you had to release, or who never even knew the depth of what you felt for them, the one you prayed would wake up, would return, would finally see your worth. For others, it is financial liberation, a breakthrough that dissolves a mountain of debt, an opportunity that multiplies your resources, a stream of abundance that you have been begging to access because the lack has been suffocating you. For others, it is healing, a physical healing that the doctors could not promise, an emotional healing that therapy alone could not touch, a spiritual healing that finally closes a wound you have carried since childhood. For others, it is purpose, the clarity you have been begging for, the direction that has eluded you, the calling that finally makes sense of your suffering. And for some of you, Virgo, it is all of these things at once, because the universe is not limited by your human sense of scale. The universe is generous. The universe is abundant. And the universe is about to show you just how seriously it took your prayer. I am channeling the image of a door right now, Virgo. A door that has been locked for as long as you can remember. You have stood in front of this door countless times. You have knocked. You have pleaded. You have tried to pick the lock with your own effort, your own strategy, your own perfectly logical plans, and nothing worked. The door remained sealed. And slowly, painfully, you convinced yourself that maybe the door was not meant for you. Maybe the room behind it was reserved for other people. Maybe your prayer was too big, too impossible, too selfish. You started to look for smaller doors, lesser doors, doors that would lead to a life that was fine, but not the one you dreamed of. You started to negotiate with the universe, offering to accept less if only the ache would stop. But Virgo, the universe does not negotiate with your destiny. The universe does not downgrade your prayer because you lost faith. The universe simply waits. It waits for the exact moment when the alignment is perfect, when you are ready, when the delivery will not destroy you, but will instead elevate you. And I am telling you with absolute certainty that the key has finally turned. The lock has clicked. The door is swinging open on July 30th, and what is on the other side is going to take your breath away. You need to prepare yourself for the form this answer will take, because it may not look exactly like you imagined. The universe is a master of surprise. It knows that if the answer arrived exactly as you pictured it, you might mistake it for your own creation rather than a divine gift. So the universe often wraps its miracles in unexpected packaging. The person who returns may return differently than you expected, softer, more aware, but also more fragile. The financial breakthrough may come through a channel you never considered, a conversation with a stranger, an old debt forgiven, a skill you forgot you had suddenly becoming valuable. The healing may come in a moment so subtle you almost miss it. A morning when you wake up and realize the pain is simply gone, replaced by a lightness you do not recognize, but immediately crave. The purpose may reveal itself not in a grand proclamation, but in a quiet, persistent whisper that finally makes sense of every detour you have ever taken. The packaging does not matter, Virgo. What matters is the contents, and the contents are your miracle. I am seeing something else in the energy field, and it is important. I see messengers. The universe rarely delivers its biggest answers directly. It sends messengers. These messengers are people, events, synchronicities, and sudden opportunities that appear in your path today, on July 30th, carrying pieces of your answered prayer. You must be awake enough to recognize them. You must be present enough to receive them. The messenger might be a phone call from someone you have not heard from in years, offering exactly what you need. The messenger might be a song that plays at the exact moment you are thinking of your prayer, confirming that the transmission has been received. The messenger might be a stranger who says something that unlocks a door in your mind, revealing the final piece of a puzzle you have been trying to solve for years. The messenger might be a sudden, inexplicable urge to go somewhere, do something, reach out to someone. And if you follow that urge, you will find yourself standing exactly where your miracle is waiting to be handed to you. Do not ignore the messengers today, Virgo. Do not dismiss the small nudges. The universe is using every channel available to deliver your sign, and your job is to pay attention. There is a quality to the energy of July 30th that feels like harvest, Virgo. You are an earth sign, and you understand harvest. You understand that seeds planted in darkness, watered in secret, tended with patience that no one else saw, eventually break through the soil and bear fruit. You have been in a season of planting for so long that you forgot what fruit looks like. You have been so focused on the work, the tilling, the weeding, the waiting, that you stopped believing the harvest would actually come. But the seasons do not lie. The harvest arrives when it is meant to arrive, not when you grow tired of waiting. And Virgo, your field is ripe. Your field is golden. Your field is heavy with the exact thing you asked for, and the reaping is about to begin. You are about to hold in your hands the physical evidence that your faith was not wasted. You are about to taste the sweetness of a prayer that has finally matured into reality. And I need to speak to the part of you that is afraid of receiving, because that part exists. There is a voice inside you, quiet but persistent, that says, "What if I am not ready? What if I do not deserve this? What if it is too good to be true and the universe is just setting me up for a bigger fall? That voice is the voice of every disappointment you have ever endured. It is the voice of every time you let yourself hope and were punished for it. It is the voice of a protective mechanism that does not want you to be hurt again. But Virgo, that voice is not the truth. That voice is a recording of your past, not a prophecy of your future. The truth is that you are ready. You have been made ready by every struggle you survive. The truth is that you do deserve this, not because you are perfect, but because you are a child of the universe, and the universe does not withhold its blessings from those who ask with an open heart. The truth is that this is not too good to be true. It is simply good. It is simply true, and you are allowed to receive it without suspicion, without sabotage, without finding reasons to push it away. You are allowed to say thank you. You are allowed to weep with gratitude. You are allowed to stand in the center of your miracle and claim it as yours. The prayer you sent up was not a whisper into emptiness, Virgo. It was a command. It was a declaration. It was a vibration so powerful that it rearranged the molecules of your reality. You may not have felt powerful when you prayed. You may have felt broken, small, defeated, but that is the paradox of prayer. It is in our moments of greatest helplessness that we emit the most potent spiritual signals. When you have nothing left, when you are stripped bare, when you finally admit that you cannot do it alone, that is when the universe leans in closest. That is when the divine ear is most attuned to your frequency. And your frequency, Virgo, has been ringing like a bell in the celestial realms. Every angel, every guide, every force of benevolence that watches over your path has been mobilized by the sound of your need. They have been working, they have been arranging, they have been whispering into the ears of the people who will deliver your answer. They have been smoothing roads, dissolving obstacles, and aligning timelines with a precision that would astound you if you could see the blueprint. And today, July 30th, the blueprint manifests in 3D. I want you to do something right now, Virgo. I want you to close your eyes for just a moment and remember the exact feeling of your prayer. Remember the moment when you were most desperate. Remember the words you used, or the silence that was so loud it was its own prayer. Remember the sensation of your heart reaching upward like a hand grasping for a lifeline. Hold that memory, feel it in your body, and now I want you to imagine that prayer as a physical object. See it as a letter, sealed with wax, written in the ink of your soul. See it traveling up through the layers of reality, passing through clouds of doubt, through storms of delay, through the hands of divine messengers who read it and said, "This one is urgent, this one is pure, this one must be answered fully." See that letter arriving at the throne of whatever higher power you believe in. See it being opened. See it being read with infinite compassion. See the response being written not in words, but in events, in shifts, in miracles. See that response being sealed and sent back down to you. And now, Virgo, open your eyes. That response is in the air around you right now. It is in the events of today. It is in the people you will encounter. It is in the opportunities that will present themselves. It has arrived. Your sign is here. Your prayer is answered. What happens next depends on your willingness to receive, Virgo. The universe can deliver the miracle to your doorstep, but it cannot force you to open the door. You must be willing to unlock it. You must be willing to step across the threshold. You must be willing to accept that your life is about to change in a way that you cannot control, cannot plan, and cannot fully prepare for. And that willingness is the final ingredient. That willingness is the act of faith that completes the circuit. when you say yes to the miracle, when you say, I am ready, when you say, I receive this with gratitude and without fear, you activate the final stage of the manifestation. You move from the realm of waiting into the realm of having. And that movement is a choice. It is a choice you make with your thoughts, with your words, with your actions, and with the energy you carry in your body. Choose yes, Virgo. Choose it now. Choose it every time doubt tries to creep in today. Choose it with every breath. I receive. I am ready. Thank you. I receive. I am ready. Thank you. I am seeing specific images of what this arrival will look like for different Virgos watching this, and I want to share them because some of you need the confirmation. I see one of you receiving a message that makes you drop your phone, not because it is bad, but because it is the exact thing you asked for, phrased in a way that proves it is real. I see another of you being invited to a meeting, an interview, a conversation that changes the trajectory of your career in a single hour. I see another of you running into someone in a place you never expected to be, a collision of paths that feels orchestrated by the hand of fate itself, and in that collision is the answer to a loneliness you have been praying to end. I see another of you finding something, an object, a document, a piece of information that unlocks a resource you thought was lost forever. I see another of you waking up tomorrow morning to a physical sensation of relief, a lightness in your chest, a clarity in your mind that tells you a healing has occurred while you slept. I see another of you being offered forgiveness where you expected judgment, grace where you expected punishment, love where you expected indifference. These are not fantasies, Virgo. These are previews. These are the trailers for the movie that is about to play in your life. And there is something else I must tell you about the timing. July 30th is not just a random date when your prayer happens to be answered. July 30th is a portal. It is a cosmic window where the membrane between the realm of spirit and the realm of matter is thinner than usual. It is a day when manifestations accelerate. It is a day when prayers that have been in processing suddenly clear customs and are released into physical reality. The fact that you are seeing this message on this specific day is the universe's way of saying, today is the day. Not next week, not next month, not someday, today. The portal is open. The energy is flowing. The delivery trucks of the cosmos are lined up at your address, and they are not leaving until you sign for what is yours. Do not delay your reception. Do not tell the universe to come back later, because you are not dressed for the occasion. The occasion is now. The sign is now. The miracle is now. You may be wondering, Virgo, why you? Why did your prayer get answered when so many others seem to go unanswered? And the answer is both simple and profound. It is because you did not give up. You kept praying even when the silence was deafening. You kept showing up even when the results were invisible. You kept believing, not with the naive belief of someone who has never suffered, but with the gritty, determined belief of someone who has suffered profoundly and chose to hope anyway. That kind of faith is rare. That kind of faith is magnetic. That kind of faith commands the attention of the universe in a way that casual wishing never can. You earned this answer, Virgo, not through suffering, but through persistence. Not through perfection, but through sincerity. The universe does not reward those who pray the loudest. It rewards those who pray the truest. And your prayer was true. Your prayer was raw. Your prayer was real. And that is why it is being answered with such force, such precision, such undeniable power. As this day unfolds, Virgo, I want you to move differently. I want you to walk with the knowledge that you are a magnet for miracles today. I want you to speak with the confidence of someone who knows their prayer has been heard. I want you to make decisions from a place of abundance rather than scarcity, because the energy of receiving requires you to act as if the miracle is already in your possession. Do not shrink. Do not apologize for your desires. Do not minimize what you ask for by telling yourself you will be grateful for crumbs. You ask for the whole loaf, and the whole loaf is being delivered. Accept it. Receive it. Do not try to cut it into smaller pieces so it feels more manageable. Let it be big. Let it be overwhelming. Let it be exactly what you needed, even if it scares you with its magnitude. I also sense that some of you have been praying for someone else, Virgo. You have been sending up prayers for a child, a parent, a friend, a partner who was too broken to pray for themselves. You have been carrying their need in your heart, adding it to your own, doubling the weight you were already struggling to bear. And I want you to know that those prayers are being answered too. The miracles coming today are not just for you. They are rippling outward to touch the lives of the people you love. You are a conduit, Virgo. You are a channel. Your faith has created a pipeline of grace that is about to flood not just your life, but the lives of everyone connected to you. Do not be surprised if you receive news today that someone you have been worrying about has suddenly turned a corner, found a solution, experienced their own miracle. Your prayers for them were not wasted. They were stored in the same divine warehouse, and they are being delivered on the same truck. The sign you see today is their sign too. There is a final piece of this that I must impress upon you, Virgo, and it is about gratitude. When the miracle arrives, and it is arriving, it is already in motion, it is closer than your next breath, you must meet it with gratitude. Not just the polite thank you of social conditioning, but the deep, body-shaking, soul-stirring gratitude of someone who knows they have been given a gift they could never have earned on their own. Gratitude is the seal on the miracle. It is the energy that tells the universe, yes, this is exactly what I needed. Please send more. Gratitude completes the circuit and opens the channel for future blessings. So when you see the sign today, when you recognize the answer, when you hold the manifestation in your hands or feel it in your heart, stop. Stop everything and give thanks. Give thanks until you cry. Give thanks until your body vibrates with the frequency of appreciation. Give thanks because the universe has just proven, beyond any shadow of any doubt, that you are seen, you are heard, and you are loved. Virgo, if you are seeing this on July 30th, it is because you are on the verge of a moment you will remember for the rest of your life. It is because something you thought was impossible is about to become your reality. It is because the universe has chosen this exact moment, this exact message, this exact intersection of your attention and my words to tell you, prepare. Prepare your heart. Prepare your home. Prepare your mind. The prayer is answered. The sign is real. The miracle is here. Do not doubt it. Do not talk yourself out of it. Do not look for the catch. There is no catch. There is only grace. There is only love. There is only the infinite, generous, overwhelming response of a cosmos that has been waiting for the perfect moment to shower you with exactly what you have been brave enough to ask for. Stand tall today, Virgo. Stand open. Stand ready. The delivery has been made. All that is left is for you to open your hands, open your heart, and say yes. Yes to the abundance. Yes to the healing. Yes to the love. Yes to the breakthrough. Yes to the answered prayer. Yes to the life you have been dreaming of, but were too afraid to believe you could actually have. Say yes and watch the universe rush in to fill every empty space with the fullness of your own answered longing. If this message found you on July 30th and your soul recognized itself in these words, if you felt the confirmation, the chills, the tears, the knowing, then anchor this miracle right now. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment below declaring what you are receiving, put it into words, put it into the world, make it real by speaking it. The universe is listening, Virgo, and what you claim out loud today becomes the foundation for everything that arrives tomorrow. Your prayer is answered, your sign is received, your miracle is at the door. Open it, welcome it. And never forget that you were brave enough to ask, and the universe was generous enough to respond. More is coming. So much more. Stay open, stay grateful, and receive.